The Hilltop, Robertson County and Harrison County, about 13 minutes away from tip-off. Well, Aaron Massey is back at the helm of the Black Devils after laying off for several seasons. In his first year, replacing Patrick Kelch, who resigned after last year. The last time that Coach Massey was in charge of the Black Devils was in a 6-year term between 2000 and 2006. He was an assistant coach for Robertson County last year. As we said, Becker, the main man for this Black Devil team, averaging 37 points a game, which is second most in the state. Some kid out of Jackson County is averaging almost 40, but Becker right there. He scored a career-best 48 in a loss to Covenant Holy Cross at a tournament at Bellevue over the Christmas holiday. Becker has scored at least 40 points 7 times this year. Quite the accomplishment. He's also averaging over 12.5 rebounds per contest, which is fourth most in the state. He has 12 double-doubles in Robertson County's 17 games, including the last 10 games in a row. He's very effective from everywhere on the floor. 61% shooting percentage overall. He's also hitting 43% from beyond the arc, which is also very, very impressive. Senior Brady Boyd, he's a good complement to Becker. He's hitting 59% of his shots from the floor. Meanwhile, fifth-year senior Joshua Pulaski is the team's main deep threat as he's making 41% of his shots from beyond the arc. As a team, Robertson County will try to do like Bracken County did and get Harrison County to run up and down the floor, which is what they love to do, pushing that tempo. And they're averaging almost 68 points a game. In fact, the Black Devils have scored at least 65 points 11 times in their 17 games this year. The Black Devils are very efficient as a team offensively, making a very tidy 53.5% of their field goal attempts. That's good enough to be 8th in the state of Kentucky. Meanwhile, the Thoroughbreds in that loss to Bracken County just didn't do what they had to do to win, obviously. Did not use their height advantage to its maximum. Let the Polar Bears run up and down the floor on us, get a lot of shots in transition, and surprisingly, a lot of second chance points, which was not too good when you consider that we were on average about 3 inches taller at every position than Bracken County in that game this past week. With less than a month left in the regular season, the Brads need to start playing well more consistently. I think this team still has a chance to do some special things in the postseason, but there are just some nagging problems that just seem to crop up every single game, and some other things that I thought we got solved that are still being a little bit of a bugaboo, mainly thinking about shot selection at times when this is what happens when big teams that should be playing half court start to play up and down the track meet. They start taking silly shots, bad shots, making unwise decisions on dribbling the ball down the floor, and all of a sudden, teams like Bracken County, which are very quick, and the Black Devils, who are also pretty quick, take the ball away from us. We had a couple of times on Tuesday night where literally we were standing there with the ball, we turned around, there was a defender, the defender took it out of our hands like taking a candy from a child, and they made a basket on the other end. That has got to stop. You can't do that anymore. So let's say tonight we're going to do two things, or we should not. I'm going to say we're not going to do two things. We are not going to make any silly turnovers. Number one, not any silly. Now, we can make some turnovers because if you don't make any turnovers, that means you're not aggressive. But no silly turnovers. And second of all, we're not going to take any bad shots. Every shot we're going to take tonight is going to be a good one. It may not go in, but it's going to be a well-thought-out shot, not one where we kind of improvise when we go down 1-on-3 in the middle of the lane and decide to just throw one over our left shoulder and pray that it goes in. No, not tonight. That ain't going to happen. All righty, both Harrison County and Robertson County are still practicing, so what we'll do right now is take a break and come back and give you the starting lineups of tonight's game. The first game of this boy-girl doubleheader between the Thoroughbreds and the Black Devils. You're listening to Harrison County Basketball on WCYN Sports. All right, back here at the Hilltop, the boy-girl doubleheader on this very chilly Friday night. But guess what? The furnace is on in here. So coming up to the Hilltop and support your Breads and Phillies. We will tip off the boys will in about 7 minutes. Let's take a look now at the starting lineup. First for Robertson, 8-9 on the year, coached by Aaron Massey. At a guard, a 5'10 senior, number 15, Carson Gay, averaging 7.7 points a game. Another guard is Joshua Pulaski. Pulaski, a fifth-year senior. He's 6 foot tall and wears the number 33 and is averaging 9.3 points a game. At one of the forwards is one of the best players in the 10th region. Heck, he's one of the best players in the state. Justin Becker, the Thomas More University signee, wears the number 4. He's a 6'7 senior and is averaging 37.1 points per game this year. He had over 2,000 points in his high school career as well, and over 1,000 rebounds also. Another forward is Jacob Burden. Burden's a 6'3 junior who wears the number 5. He's averaging 7.3 points a game. And at the other forward, Brady Boyd. Boyd wears the number 24. He's a 6'4 senior and is averaging 7.9 points a game. So once again for the Black Devils, it'll be Gay, Pulaski, Becker, Burden, and Boyd. Robertson County, as we said, averaging a healthy 67.9 points per game on offense. But on defense, their track meet is running across them as well as they're giving up 68.3 points per game. Now for the Harrison County Thoroughbreds, 10-6 on the year. At a guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Caden Custard. Custard, Harrison County's leading scorer at 14.8 points a game. Another guard is Mason Smiley. Smiley wears the number 3. He's a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 2.9 points a game. One of the forwards is Richard Harris. Harris is a 6'4 senior who wears the number 4 and is averaging 6.4 points a game. The other forward is manned by a 6'5 junior, number 21, J.D. Kendall. Kendall averaging an even 8 points a contest. And in the middle, a 6 foot 10-inch sophomore, number 44, Will Furnish. Furnish averaging 5 points a game. So once again for the Breads, it'll be Custard, Smiley, Harris, Kendall, and Furnish. Thoroughbreds now averaging 58.5 points a game on offense. On defense, giving up 54.5. If you go by all the ratings and rankings and such, Harrison County about a 12-point favorite to win this game and remain undefeated in district play, while if that result happens, Robertson County will suffer their first defeat in district play. So a big, important game for both sides here tonight. Well, while Harrison County is actually coming back on the floor, what we'll do right now, though, is head it back to the station to Bruce Templeton from Unity Christian Church with tonight's pregame prayer. Top where Harrison County and Robertson County are about to take each other on. This will be the 50th meeting between the two schools. Harrison County decided edge in the series 41-8. In fact, Harrison County on this floor has a record of 23-4 against the Black Devils. It's a series that began back in November of 1951 when the Thoroughbreds went to Mount Olivet and came back a 40-32 winner. Last year, the two teams got together in Mount Olivet, with Harrison County winning that game in the regular season 58-57. They then met again in the district championship game, and in a classic that went 3 overtimes, Robertson County came out on top 67-64. So there's a short history of the long series between these two schools. As I said, This is the 50th time the two teams have gotten together. Well, I want to make sure everybody knows this, and I'm pretty sure everybody does because everybody except me is on Facebook and YouTube and that kind of thing. No games tomorrow. Harrison County was supposed to play a girl-boy doubleheader against Augusta. Well, the COVID bug hit the people up there along the Ohio River, so no games tomorrow, which means that Harrison County's next game will be on Tuesday night here on the Hilltop when they'll host the Saints of Maysville St. Patrick. Now, there's just going to be one game. St. Pat evidently does not have a junior varsity, so just a varsity game, and that varsity game will begin at 7 o'clock. So if you're coming up on Tuesday night to support your Thoroughbreds, come a little bit earlier than you normally would for that 7 o'clock tip-off. And then next Friday, we'll be on the road again with the Thoroughbreds as we'll have a boy-girl doubleheader up in Falmouth against Pendleton County. The boys will play first at 6 with the girls following at about 8 o'clock. Once again, a very important district doubleheader for both our guys and our girls. Well, later on tonight, the Phillies will play, as we mentioned before. They'll be back at home on Wednesday when they will host Campbell County. That'll be a big game. Of course, Campbell County a little bit worse than they were at the first part of the season when Kylie Coninger, their outstanding player, went down with a season-ending injury, and they're still trying to figure some things out, but still a quality team. But if we can pick up a win against a Campbell County, man, we'll be doing good. And obviously the girls will be part of that boy-girl doubleheader at Pendleton County next week. The wrestling team tomorrow will split. The boys will be going to Frankfort for the Capital City Classic, while the girls will be heading to Louisville to take on some teams at Louisville Moore High School. The archery team today and tomorrow is going to be hosting the Harrison County Invitational Tournament that's being held over at the middle school. And our bowling team will also be in action this weekend, both tomorrow and Sunday. They'll be participating in a tournament at the Executive Bowl in Louisville. So best of luck to all our winter sports as they are in full gear. Well, right now the colors being presented by the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC. What we're going to do is take a listen to the national anthem as played by the Harrison County Pep Band, and then take a break and then come back for the opening tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and Robertson. But right now, let's bring you our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. The Thoroughbreds and the Black Devils about to take each other on. Richard Harris jumping center for Harrison County across the midcourt stripe. Justin Becker for the Black Devils is about to get this game underway. The 10-6 Breds against the 8-9 Black Devils. The ball is up, and the tap will be controlled by Robertson County. Carson Gay gets instructions from Coach Massey as he's about to cross the midcourt stripe. Man-to-man defense by the Breds. Smiley on the ball. Pass to the elbow to Boyd. Boyd turns around, lobs it to Becker, knocked away, and the loose ball picked up by Harris. And here come the Breds on their first trip down the floor. Kendall in between the circles, drifts to the right side, now passes it back to the left to Smiley, back between the circles to Kendall once again. JD surveys the 2-1-2 defense being employed by the Black Devils. Robertson County only dresses 9. Here's a three by Kendall. Off the flange, no good. Rebound's going to be ripped down by Becker. Into the front court come the Black Devils in a hurry. In the corner, Boyd lobs it back out top to Pulaski. Pulaski, the fifth-year senior, looking for help. Finally coming over to get him is Gay. Gay now takes the ball back to the left side. Gets it down on the baseline to Pulaski. Pulaski lobs the ball to Becker. Becker being bodied up by Harris. Backs up. Richard now up and under. His shot blocked by Harris out of bounds. Nice job that time by Richard, perfectly timing his block. Mark that down for sure. But the Black Devils will maintain possession. From his own baseline, Pulaski looking to get the ball inbounds. Lobs it up top to Becker. Still no score. We played over a minute here in the first quarter. Becker thought about a three. Now gets to Boyd. Boyd back to the left side to Pulaski. An NBA three try is going to go in and out. No good. Caden Custer with the rebound for the Breds. Custard races into the front court, gets in the corner to Smiley on the baseline to Harris. Down low to Furnish. His half hook is no good, but he's going to be fouled by Bird. Good ball movement on the interior that time by the Breds. Now Will has got to convert on the year. Furnish only about a 32% free throw shooter.
Will needs to go up stronger with that ball. That wasn't that much of a foul.
No. That's the one thing left in the puzzle of Will Furnish is making him stronger. He's a good shooter, good blocker, but we've got to get him stronger. First free throw good. Second free throw with 6:40 on the clock is going to bounce high off the iron. No good, and Becker comes down with yet another rebound. In the front court, in the corner with the basketball is Burden. He'll get it to Becker. Becker goes down to the block, and as he tries to make his turn, the ball drops out of his hands out of bounds. So on the turnover, give the ball back to the Breds. So far, so good. We've done a nice job against Becker. 1-0, a baseball score. We paid a minute and a half. Harrison with the lead and the ball. Custard across the timeline, drifts over to the left side, long range. Now gets to the top of the key to Kendall. Kendall moves to the right elbow, pull-up jumper, air ball, rebound, Custard, put back good. Good job on the follow that time by Caden Custard. Puts his team up 3-0. 6:06 left to go in the first quarter. Across the timeline comes Pulaski. Pulaski guarded by Kendall. Backs up near the timeline. Now goes in between the circles to the right elbow. Now lobs it back on the wing to Burden. He'll get the ball to Gay. Gay to the right side. Long range to Pulaski in front of the stable. It's Hawaii night evidently over there.
Yeah, if Pulaski's going to be a guard, we need to press him.
Yes. Here's a pass knocked away by Custard, but retrieving the loose ball, Burden. Gets it up top into the hands of Gay, who takes a little hip hop. He was trying to get the ball to Pulaski, but at the last second, Kendall got in into the passing lane. So on another turnover, give the ball back to the Breds.
JD's length scared him that time.
Yeah, definitely.
Or didn't maybe scared him, but startled him at least.
Across the timeline comes Kendall. We'll say he was scared.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Kendall goes over to the far hash mark. Gets it in between the circle to Custard. Custard at the right elbow. Now in the paint. Gets it on the near side to Smiley. Back on the wing to Harris, long range. Harris fires a three-pointer. Good! Richard with the long range tray. And Harrison County's lead has grown now to 6-0, prompting a timeout by Robertson County. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But we're playing much better right now than we did at any time Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're playing the offense.
Right.
And we haven't turned the ball over.
Exactly.
You know, that's I think that's the secret to it. Like we said before the game, we've got to stop taking those silly shots, and we need to quit trying to run it down the floor like we're a bunch of 5'8" guys.
Right.
You know, we're not. You know, and thankfully we're not.
Maybe it's one of those things that we were so short for so long.
Well, maybe
we don't know how to play tall.
I guess. Well, you know what? And there's a lot to be said about that because this is about as big a team as we've had for
a long time. Yeah.
Even when Rob was playing, he was the only one.
Right.
Or maybe one other guy that was real tall. So, yeah, we're fortunate.
All right, full court pressure being applied now by the Breds. Becker gives the ball to Gay. Gay brings the ball up the far sideline against the defensive Smiley. Gets it on the wing in front of the stable to Burden. Burden in between the circles has his pocket picked by Custard. Caden all the way the other way. Layup's going to be blocked, though, by Burden. And the rebound pulled down by Becker. Becker in the front court to Pulaski. Pulaski to Boyd. Dishes it back out to Becker. Ball fake. Pull-up jumper off the flange. Custard with the rebound, and here come the Breds. Caden at the top of the key. Gets over on the right side to Smiley. On the baseline to Harris. Harris drives to the block. Ball fake. Goes up. Misses the shot. Rebounds. Going to be chased down by Kendall. JD to the right side to Smiley for a three. Off to the right. No good. Rebound is going to be picked up by Furnish. His putback is too strong. And this time the rebound pulled down by Harris. Harris tries to get the ball to Furnish. And now Will is going to be fouled again. So good job underneath the basket by Harrison County. Furnish back to the line where he's 1 for 2. 4:27 left to go in the first quarter. Harrison leading 6-0. First free throw this time by Will is going to roll off, no good. We have got to get him to shoot better because in the next couple of years he's going to be fouled often and going to go to the line a lot. Second free throw by the big man is also no good. Rebound pulled down by Harris, and as he goes back to the basket, he's going to be called for the charge, and that's a good call. Lowered his shoulder and knocked his defender down. Treat yourself to some Snappy. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and, of course, Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235. Thank you, Ryan. All right,
sorry.
with the basketball.
I was paying attention
to the game like we're supposed to be?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that guy just traveled again.
Becker in between the circles. Now moves to the right side, and as he does, we're going to have an illegal screen set that time by Boyd. That'll be Boyd's first personal foul, and another turnover on Robertson, who's really got him stacked up. 4:11 left to go in the first quarter. Harrison County up 6-0.
Looks like to me they're going to have to figure out a way that somebody else besides Becker is going to have to do something.
Well, he is averaging 37 points a game out of their 68, so I don't know what other option you come away with. But they're going to have to find one, I agree. Yeah. Custard at the top of the key. Moves inside the arc. Now gets to the right side to Smiley for a three. Good! Mason Smiley buries the long-range tray as Harrison County ties up the nets and goes ahead 9-0. Coming into the ball game for the Thoroughbreds, Blaine Biddle. Biddle, a 6'4 senior, averaging 4.5 points a game. So a nice tray that time by Mason Smiley. 3:50 left now in the first quarter. With the basketball across the timeline comes Gay. Moves between the circles, pass to the left side beyond the arc to Becker. Becker trying to use a screen from Boyd, goes into the paint, fall away 15-footer, good. First points of the ball game scored by the Black Devils. Gets them back to within 7 at 9-2. In the front court with the basketball on the right side is Custard. Gets it between the circles to Smiley, to the left side to Kendall. Kendall back in between the circles to Custard. Good patience being shown by Harrison. Now Caden will back up inside the center circle to reset the offense. Gets his people to go where he wants them to. Gets the ball to Harris, to Kendall. Now back to Custard near the far hash mark in the paint to Harris. Harris, a hook shot off the flange, no good. Becker with the rebound. He wants to run. 2-on-2 break. Becker all the way the other way from the block. His shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by Kendall. In the front court, Custard. Custard gets the ball to Biddle in the paint. Probably took too many steps, but lays it up and in anyway. Blaine Biddle puts his team up 11-2.
I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose.
No, he didn't mean to. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. Harrison's lead back to 9. In front of the stable is Boyd. Goes in the paint, dishes it on a backdoor cut to a wide-open Burden who lays it in. That was a pretty play. So Jacob Burden, his first points of the ball game, makes it 11-4. Harrison with the lead. In the front court is Custard. In between the circles finds Kendall. Kendall to the right side, long range to Smiley in front of the Black Devil bench. In between the circles to Custard, to the left side to Kendall. Kendall finds Smiley. Smiley, pass to the right side to Custard. Custard back up top to Kendall once again. JD back to the right side to Custard. Ball fake. He'll go up for a three. Good! Caden Custard ties up the nets as Harrison County's lead now grows to its largest at 14-4 as Pulaski will check back into the ball game. 1:58 left to go in this first quarter. Checking in for Harrison County, Garrett Wilson, a 5'11 sophomore averaging 3.1 points a game. Also Braylon Hinton in the game. He's a 6'3 sophomore averaging 7.1, as well as Clay Carpenter, a 6' senior averaging 7.1. We've got practically two teams.
Yeah.
With a basketball game.
4 new people.
Gets it to the foul line now to Becker. Becker spins in the paint, and before it can go up for a shot, he's going to be fouled. Find out who that foul is on.
20.
It's going to be on Garrett Wilson. That'll be Garrett's first. From his own baseline, Pulaski to trigger the inbounds pass with 1:45 left to go in the first quarter. In the corner with the basketball now is Boyd. He'll get it to Becker. Becker near the stripe. Now goes in the paint. Forces up a 12-footer. It's good, and he's fouled, and we'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Wilson's second foul.
14-6 now the score. Going to the line for the first time is Becker. On the year, he is a 73% free throw shooter.
14 came in for them.
For our side?
No, for them. Was that Bussell?
Bussell. Noah Bussell, a 5'11 junior, averaging 1.4. The free throw is no good by Becker. Biddle comes down with the rebound. Coming in the front court. I believe we're off. I'm going to call you back. Who did that?
3 for Wilson.
Who?
Wilson.
Okay.
So we lost?
Yeah, he was playing behind us, so I assume that means we had no contact.
Thank you for calling the studios of WCYN AM.
technical difficulties. Harrison County's up 21-8 with 7:06 left to go in the second quarter, and the Breads have the ball. Carpenter lobs it out in front to Custard near the center circle. Caden directing some traffic. Now looks over to Coach Brooks to see what play he wants to run this time down the floor. He'll angle to the left side, gets to Hinton. Braylon out top once again to Carpenter. Clay goes to the right elbow, now backs it up. Gets it on a no-look pass to Hinton in the corner for three. Off the flange, no good. Biddle with a strong rebound, put back good. Boy, I love to see that. Like to see more of it. As Blaine Biddle puts his team up 23-8 after the putback. 6.5 left to go here in the first half. In the front court on the left side, long range is Boyd. Boyd gets a no-look pass down low and into the hands of Bussell, who puts it up and in. Good look that time by Bussell. Makes it 23-10.
There's just there's two guys standing there watching.
Right. Custard gets over on the baseline to Hinton, who goes to the basket. Shot blocked from behind by Becker, and they're going to say it hit Hinton last. So Robertson County will get the ball back. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514, and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. Into the front court comes Boyd. Launches it over to the far side. Saved from going out of bounds by Gay. Gay inside the center circle. Now angles back to the right side. Launches it down low to Becker. Ball fake. Goes up. Shot blocked. Rebound pulled down by Kendall. JD in the front court in the paint. Now nearly trapped. Gets the loose ball to Carpenter. Carpenter up top to Custard. No look pass down low to Hinton, who lays it up and in. Braylon Hinton's first points of the evening. And Harrison County's lead grows to 25-10. 5:38 left to go in the first half. Across the timeline with the basketball comes Boyd. His team down by 15. Boyd lobs the ball into the corner to Gay. Make that Pulaski. Pulaski to Becker. Back to Pulaski. Goes to the basket. His layup is good, and he is fouled. And now Joshua Pulaski will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Makes it 25-12. As Will Furnish will check back in for Biddle. Pulaski's first trip to the line tonight on the year, a 63% free throw shooter. First free throw is good, or the free throw, I should say. Makes it 25-13. Black Devils hanging around, a dozen points back. Harrison County's led by as many as 15. With the basketball in between the circles, Carpenter back on the right side to Hinton. He was open for a second. Now skips a pass to the far side to Custard. Custard moves close to the hash. Top to Carpenter. Right side Hinton for a three. Count it down. Braylon Hinton with the long-range tray. Give the assist to Carpenter as Harrison County matches its biggest lead at 28-13. 4:48 left to go in the first half. In the front court near the center circle is Gay. Waiting for his people to get where they're supposed to be. Now pass the ball on the wing to Becker in front of the Harrison County bench. Becker now is going to be fouled out front. No, they're going to call an illegal screen on Pulaski. That'll be Joshua Pulaski's first.
Who almost got a technical call on him.
I thought for sure it looked like the body motion of the official was about to do it, but I guess he decided.
Reaching for his whistle and he changed his mind.
Yeah. With the basketball, Custard across the timeline. Gets to Kendall now on the far hash mark to Carpenter. He'll hand the ball to Custard. Caden moves to the top of the key. Now drifts to the right side where he gets the ball to Carpenter for a three-pointer. Rims out. Rebound pulled down by Becker. That's his fifth. He has 6 points. Becker with the basketball up the floor is going to be fouled on a little too much hand checking that time by Carpenter. So that'll move us to the one in the bonus. Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. Becker back to the line where he is an unusual 0 for 2. Came into the game a 73% free throw shooter.
We don't need to be fouling him 50 feet, 70 feet from the goal.
The Thomas Moore signee puts up his first free throw here, and this one's going to be good.
Yeah, he's probably missed all he's going to.
We're not going to get him to miss again, I'm afraid. Second free throw as we get near the midway point of the second quarter. Now conversation going on as they had Becker tuck in his jersey. So the second free throw now by Becker, now that he's dressed properly. is on the way and good as well. 8 points now for Becker. It's Harrison County's lead at 28-15. Custard will walk the ball up the floor and into the front court, where he'll be now in between the circles, still facing that 2-3 zone. Carpenter on the right side, skips a pass to the far side to Custard. Custard looks inside, finds Kendall on the baseline. Kendall back on the wing to Custard, to the elbow to Furnish. Now up top to Smiley, to the right side to Carpenter. Carpenter baseline pass to Kendall. Overthrows Furnish if that's possible, and Bustle is there to pick up the loose ball. How do you overthrow a 6'10 guy?
Pretty hard. Becker
in front of the Harrison County bench in the front court. Lobs the ball back out front to Gay, who will reset the offense. Black Devils down by a baker's dozen. Here's a pop inside to Pulaski. A hard throw to Boyd. He's triple teamed. And now the ball is going to come into the hands of Carpenter. Carpenter up the floor as Harrison County's got numbers. Euro step, and as Carpenter goes to the basket, he's going to be fouled by Pulaski. Nope, they're actually going to call it on Gay. It'll be Carson Gay's first and send Carpenter to the line for the first time tonight. On the year, Clay is an 82% free throw shooter. Has 4 points. 3:22 on the clock here in the first half. The first free throw by Carpenter is good. Checking back in the game will be Richard Harris for the Thoroughbreds, who now own a 29-15 lead. Second free throw upcoming for number 24. Like Pulaski, a fifth-year senior. His free throw is good as well. Harrison now up 30-15 as they've doubled up the Black Devils. Hinton back in for Harrison. Also back in the game for Robertson County, Jacob Burden. Facing full court pressure, Pulaski inbounds the ball to Becker. Becker brings the ball up the near sideline against the defensive Harris. Now into the front court on the left side, long range. Goes to the elbow extended, lobs the ball in the corner to Gay. Gay gets a pass up top to Pulaski, fires an NBA three, a little short. Rebound pulled down by Smiley. Here come the Breads the other way. In a hurry, Custard dumps the ball down the block to Furnish, who lays it up and in. Nice assist that time by Caden. Furnish with his first field goal of the contest puts his team up by its largest margin at 32-15.
Good for Will to get down there quick.
Yes. Becker with the basketball in the paint. Floats up a shot, no good. Down with the rebound, Hinton. Hinton gets the ball to Custard. Custard in the front court on the right side to Hinton, long range. Raylan travels, yep. He was looking for Harris to pop out, but Harris was staying back, and instead of throwing an interception, he walked an interception. And now timeout is going to be called by Robertson County, just a 30, so we'll keep it right here once again. But Harrison County in control with 2:33 left to go in the first half, 32-15. And unlike last Tuesday, Mike, we seem very comfortable.
Yeah, we're playing, for the most part, we're playing the coach's offense. We've got a couple guys coming there and start firing some up and taking an unnecessary shot when they had somebody they could pass it off to. But generally speaking, we're doing a pretty good job, and we're really looking pretty good finding the open guys.
Yes.
We are getting into some foul trouble, though. We're making a lot of fouls. We've got 7 fouls on us. And,
have to watch that for sure.
Because we're unnecessary fouls in a lot of cases.
If you've been thinking about a farm and machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Now the timeout, the Black Devils will have the basketball. Coming up the floor with it will be Gay. Met by Smiley defensively on this end of the floor. He'll get the ball to Becker. Fall away 16-footer off the flange, no good. Skying for the rebound will be Custard, who has 5 rebounds on the night. Caden in the front court dumps the ball down the block to Harris. His shot's going to be short. Rebound on the floor is going to be picked up by Pulaski. That shot might have been partially blocked. In the front court, Becker goes baseline to the block. Shot blocked from behind by Harris. But I think that Furnish was the one that actually fouled him. That'll be Will's first personal foul. Good block by Harris as he timed it perfectly, but it all goes for naught. Becker back to the line where he has struggled tonight. Missed his first 2, but has made his last 2. 2:03 on the clock. Thoroughbreds lead 32-15 here on the Hilltop in the first of a boy-girl doubleheader. Becker, as Mike said, is probably going to make the rest of his free throws tonight.
And we're getting him a lot of practice.
Yep. Thinks that he'd be the last person we want to foul. With 2:03 on the clock, the second free throw by Becker is going to roll in there as well. He's up to 10 points.
He has the ball all the time. If we're going to foul anybody, it's going to be him, I expect.
32-17, Harrison County still leading by 15. Into the front court comes Custard. Wheels over to the left side, gets it back in between the circles to Hinton. Braylon travels again. Oh, but first you got fouled by Becker. Lucked out there. It was an offensive foul called on Harris. So Harris, with his second personal foul, will get a seat as J.D. Kendall will come back into the game. Under a couple of minutes left to go in this first half. Robertson trying to get that deficit down to single digits before halftime. Gay into the front court between the circles, looking for help as he's picked up his dribble. Now gets to Pulaski on the far side of the circle. Pulaski makes his move inside the arc, goes to the block, puts up a terrible shot, goes off the side of the backboard and out of bounds, so Harrison County gets the ball back.
He was wanting to complain to the official about that.
Yeah, that's what caused it, was a bad call.
Yeah.
Noah Bussell returns to the floor. He'll come in for Boyd. So they go from a 6'4 guy to a 5'11 guy.
I guarantee you, if anybody fouls him on that kind of shot, we should take them out of
That's
the game.
right. You got that right. Just go ahead and let him shoot that kind of shot all night long.
Yes, sir.
In the front court, Smiley on the right side. Gets it back between the circles to Hinton. Down to the left side to Kendall. Back up top to Smiley. Back to Kendall. Now in the corner on the far side to Custer. Back on the wing to Kendall. Up top to Hinton to the foul line to Furnish. Pass to the right side to Smiley for three. Good! Let's give Will an assist there as Mason Smiley buries his second tray of the night to put Harrison County up 35-17.
Those are the kind of threes to take when they're in the offense.
Yes. And as you're stepping into it, too, like Mason did.
They
Now
just
here's a
dropped out of
turnover
bounds.
by Robertson County as the throw to Burden was a bit wide. Ends up in Coach Tyson Jones's lap instead of a player. Hinton inbounds the ball to Kendall as Coach Brooks had a play call that he just told Will Furnish. Pass to the right side to Hinton on the baseline to Custard. Back on the wing to Hinton. Now up top to Smiley to the foul line to Furnish. Down low to Custard. Ball fake goes up. Shot good and he's fouled. Then we'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. But all that occurred because of the nice pass from Furnish from the foul line down on the block. Custard at the line. First time tonight for Caden on the year, a 73% free throw shooter. Now checking back in the ball game will be Boyd. Harrison County up by 20 now at 37-17. Also in the game for the first time for Harrison, Elijah Harris. Elijah, a 5'7 sophomore who has yet to score this season. Custard looking for his 8th point. It's on the way and good. Now Elijah can come in. 38-17. Harrison's led all the way in this one. Inbounds pass will come to Gay. Gay met just before he gets to the midcourt stripe by Smiley. Now yo-yos the ball a couple of times near the far side of the midcourt circle. They're looking to get the ball to Becker, but Kendall's doing a nice job. Now Becker does have it at the foul line. He's double teamed. Now the ball gets away. Loose ball picked up by Bussell. Bussell to Burden. Throws the ball away. Hinton with the steal. Braylon all the way. Oh, he missed the dunk. Rebound pulled down by Bussell. Robertson County to Boyd. Boyd to Becker. 4 seconds left. Becker follow away 12-footer. Bounces off. No good. Hinton comes down with the rebound. And that will be the way that the first half will end. With your score, Harrison County 38. Robertson County 17 here in the first of this boy-girl doubleheader from the Hilltop. We invite you to stay tuned now for our halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring, both individually and team-wise. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, your halftime score from here on the Hilltop in a district game, Harrison County 38, Robertson 17. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Hilltop in game number 1 of this doubleheader. The Thoroughbreds in control of this game. They lead Robertson County 38-17. The Breds got things started in a good way as they scored the first 9 points of the contest, including a couple of big threes. One by Richard Harris, one of his few threes this year, and also Mason Smiley. By the time that the end of the first quarter came to the end, Harrison County led 19-6, and just very slowly but surely, the Breds increased their lead throughout the second quarter, outscoring Robertson in that second period 19-11 to take what is right now their largest lead at 38-17. Taking a look at the scoring, first for the Black Devils, they're paced by Justin Becker, who has 10 points here at the break, 3 points for Joshua Pulaski, and a couple of points as well for both Jacob Burton and Noah Bussell. Also playing but not scoring, Carson Gay and Brady Boyd. Meanwhile, Harrison County being paced by Caden Custer's 8, including a three-pointer. 6 points for Mason Smiley on a couple of trays. Also 6 points for Clay Carpenter off the bench. 5 points tonight for Braylon Hinton, including a tray. 4 points for Blaine Biddle. And 3 points each for Richard Harris on that three-pointer we just talked about in the first quarter. 3 points as well for Will Furnish. And 3 points also on a three-pointer by Garrett Wilson. Also getting into the game but not scoring, J.D. Kendall and Elijah Harris. That's the way the individual numbers stack up. We'll take a break and come back and have Mike take a look at the team stats following this timeout. But once again, your halftime score, Harrison County 38, Robertson 17. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Here on the Hilltop with the Thoroughbreds leading 38-17 at the halftime in a well-played game by Harrison County. The stats for the first half, the Robertson County has shot the ball 20 times, made 6 of them for 30%. They're 0 for 4 from the three-point line, 5 out of 7 from the foul line for 71%, 7 turnovers, and 8 rebounds, only 8 rebounds. Of course, Harrison County hasn't missed very many shots, as we'll tell you here in a second. He's saying we're cutting out on him again. The Thoroughbreds, on the other hand, have shot the ball 30 times, made 14 of them for 46.7%. They're 6 out of 10 from the three-point line for 60%. 4 out of 7 from the foul line for 57%. 5 turnovers, 19 rebounds. The rebounds are 19-8. We have 7 offensive rebounds and 12 defensive rebounds. So Harrison County dominating the boards 19-8 and dominating the game.
As we should.
Yes, yes.
Because it's basically Becker and his gang of thieves.
Yeah.
And Harrison County right now is doing a nice job on Becker. He does have 10 points and 5 rebounds, but he's had to work for every single one of them.
We need, and when he gets the ball, there's people around him, not only Harris or Kendall or whoever else is guarding him, but Wilson too. But there's 3 or 4 other people, at least 2 other people around him when he gets the ball. So. I think he went to commercial.
I don't know. Hilltop, Harrison County's J.D. Kendall just buried a three. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Harrison County up 46-18 after that tray by Kendall. And we have 4:49 left to go in the third quarter. In the front court for Robertson, Becker goes down the baseline, cut off by Harris. Gets it in the paint to Boyd. His teardrop good. First points of the night for Brady Boyd. A little 10-footer. Makes it 46-20. Harrison still with the lead, though. Now a pass down low to Harris as he drives to the basket. He's going to be fouled. That foul is going to be called on Boyd. That'll be his second.
He had a wide open guy in the lane. He should have ducked his head. He needed to pass it.
From his own baseline, Kendall will trigger the inbounds pass. JD looking. Gets it in the corner to Custard. Up top to Smiley. Harrison up by 26. They led all the way. From the right side, Kendall up top to Smiley, to the left side to Custard. Caden goes to the corner, now dishes it back between the circles to Smiley, to the right side in front of the staple to Kendall. Skip pass to the near side to Custard. He'll fire a three from there, in and out. Rebound's going to be pulled down this time by Burden. And up the floor come the Black Devils in a hurry and got a little too much in a hurry as the ball gets past the intended receiver, Boyd, and goes out of bounds. Been a multitude of turnovers tonight for the Black Devils.
Yeah, that's 9 for them for the game. They've really struggled handling the ball.
Custard in the front court gets it between the circles to Kendall. Kendall to the left side finds Smiley. Smiley to the foul line to Furnish. Turnaround jumper off to the right. Big time. Rebound pulled down by Bird, and he gives the ball to Becker. Becker goes to the block. His shot off the glass and good. 12 points for Justin Becker as that layup gets his team back to within a 46-22 deficit. 3:37 left to go in the third. Into the front court, or almost, comes Kendall. Gets it on the baseline to Custard. Dumps it down on the block to Furnish. His hook shot blocked out of bounds on a nice play by Burden. Harrison maintains possession, however. Treats herself to some snapping. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Snap.
Thank you, Mike. With the basketball, Custard. Smiley gets it in the corner to Kendall. Kendall to the block to Furnish. Puts it up, and it's going to be blocked from behind once again by Burden. That's a couple of blocks this time down the floor by the junior. From his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Kendall. Boy, Caden's wide open on this corner. Kendall can't see him. So Caden goes up front where he can see him. Over on the right side in front of the stable. He gets the ball to Smiley. Now back near the center circle to Custard, who will reset the offense. Gets to Harris in front of his own bench to Kendall. Now back on the wing this side to Custard. Down to the block to Harris. Gets around his defenders. His shot is good and he's fouled. And Richard will be going to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. Fouls on Becker. That'll be his first. 5 points now for Harris as Blaine Biddle checks back into the ball game. 48-22 is now your score. And the Robertson County faithful not real happy.
No, very vociferous, you might say.
Harris, a 56% free throw shooter. His chance for the old-fashioned three is on the way and good, as he'll get his team about 49-22. Some full court pressure by the Breads. Gay breaks it as he gets it in the front court to Boyd. Boyd spins the block, puts up a shot around Biddle, no good. Rebound, comes out high and out of bounds. Give it back to the Breads. Carpenter back in the game now for Harrison, also Braylon Hinton. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514 and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. Kendall inbounds the ball to Custard, who, while still in the backcourt, calls out the play as he'll be met at the midcourt stripe on a 2-2-1 defense by Robertson. He'll dump it to the foul line to Kendall. Down on the block to Biddle. Biddle shot blocked from behind by Burden again. Gosh, he's got 3 blocks in the last couple of minutes. Rebound picked up by Becker. In the front court, Becker, a leaner in the lane, is an air ball. Goes out of bounds, give the ball back to Harrison as Becker visibly discombobulated.
They must call a foul every time somebody breathes on him everywhere else.
Pass down low to Biddle, and this time, guess who blocks it again? We're going to have to start doing something to make sure Burden's timing isn't as good as it is.
Well, we need to go ahead and shoot the ball instead of faking.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He's picking up the fake. Inbounds pass comes to Biddle, and he's going to be fouled from behind. And it's going to be called on Pulaski. That'll be Joshua Pulaski's second. As everybody but Becker for Robertson County now has multiple fouls, at least of the starters. From his own baseline, Carpenter to trigger the inbounds pass. His team leading 49-22. 2:20 left to go in the third. Hinton gets the ball to Custer to the near wing to Carpenter, who will fire a three off the front of the rim. No good. Clay gets his own rebound, goes down to the block. It's going to be lost out of bounds, and they're going to say it was last touched by Robertson, so Harrison will maintain possession. Carpenter will do the honors of inbounding the ball from his own baseline on the opposite side of the basket from where we're looking at things.
Carpenter does a better job fouling his shot than anybody we've got.
Sure does. Now, before the inbounds pass can come along, they're going to call Biddle for an illegal screen.
I think Blaine got just a little bit upset about something. He was you've been getting physical where he doesn't usually.
And I think that Coach Brooks has spotted something along that ilk as well as he calls a quick 30-second timeout. What you don't want to do is our guys get so frustrated that I think this game is in hand, but you don't want them kicked out to where they can't play in the next game.
Exactly. So we got to watch what we're doing here.
So a very good timeout by Coach, as most of his timeouts throughout his year and a half with the Thoroughbreds it's been. That's where that college experience that Terrence had down at Berea College comes into play.
Yep.
Kind of knows the warning signs to look for.
Yeah, because Blaine usually pretty easy going, but something's going on.
Yeah, that's the thing about it is it's kind of good to see Biddle, kind of PO'd about something.
Yeah, but he needs to be able to.
He needs to channel it. Yeah. But I'll take the upset Blaine better than the passive one any day. Pulaski will bring the ball up the floor. Goes to the block, tries to pass inside, knocked away. Loose ball is going to be picked up by Gay. Open for a three-point try, way off the mark. And Kendall gets the ball to Custard. Up the floor come the Breds in a hurry. Carpenter in the paint. A leaner from 10, no good. Rebound batted around, and finally Pulaski comes away with it.
That wasn't a good shot.
No, it wasn't. Here's a steal by Kendall to Hinton, to the basket. Layup good. 7 points now for Braylon as he gets his team a 51-22 advantage. Now a shot put up no good by Becker, but he's going to be fouled with a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter. Foul's going to be called on Biddle. That'll be 3 on Blaine. So Becker back to the line where he's 4 for 6. Has a dozen points, which is 25 below his season's average. Also has 6 rebounds on the night. First free throw is good. Back in the game, Wilson returns for the Breds. And now timeout called by Robertson. We'll take it as well. 1:34 left to go in the third. Harrison leads 51-23. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here at the Hilltop. Justin Becker going to the line for the second of his 2 free throw tries out of the timeout. 51-23, your score. Harrison led 38-17 at the half. Second free throw is very short. Garrett Wilson gets the rebound for the Breds. Up the floor comes Custard. In the corner finds Hinton open for 3. Count it down, nothing but net by Braylon Hinton. His second tray of the game. He now has 10 points on the night as Harrison County's lead grows to 54-23. Good job that time by Braylon. A minute and 21 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Across the timeline comes Boyd. Gets it back to Becker on the left side. Now Becker is going to be fouled by Wilson. That'll be Garrett's second personal foul.
Be his fourth.
Fourth? Oh, it is. Missed a couple. That's where I missed those two. From the far sideline near the hash mark, Pulaski will trigger the inbounds pass. Pulaski lobs it to Becker. Becker goes to the top of the key in the paint from the block. Shot put up and rolls in. Nice move that time by the big man. Makes it a 54-25 score. Exactly 1 minute left in the third quarter. Carpenter tries a pass, knocked away and stolen by Boyd. Boyd will get the ball to Pulaski. Pulaski in the front court to Boyd. In the corner on the near side to Gay for a three. Bounces high off the rim, no good. And now they're going to say hit the wire that supports the goal itself. So give the ball back to Harrison County. Inbounds pass comes to Wilson. Some pressing done by Robertson, but Harrison breaks it easily. Hinton tries a pass to Biddle, but the ball's going to be kicked by Boyd.
Thank you, Boyd.
Yeah. From his own baseline, something was going to happen. It wasn't going to be good.
That was not going. There was nowhere to throw that ball.
No. Carpenter lobs it to Custard up top to Wilson. To the left side finds Carpenter. Clay back up top to Wilson. Thought about a three for a second, but gets it back to Custer with 29 seconds left to go in the quarter, and Harrison leading 54-25. Carpenter makes a move to the top of the key. Now gets it knocked away by Becker into the backcourt, but Carpenter chases it down before Becker can get there, and they're going to call a foul on Becker diving for the ball. There'll be a couple of fouls on Justin Becker, who takes a moment to catch his breath before being helped to his feet by Noah Bussell. I thought all the Bustles were in Nicholas County.
Yeah, this must be a transfer.
Maybe. Carpenter with the basketball in the backcourt has the ball back tapped away from behind and out of bounds by Becker. 14.9 seconds on the clock. Harrison with the ball and the big lead. Custard receives the inbounds pass from Hinton. Now races into the front court on the wing on the near side. And as he spins around, he's going to be fouled by Gay. That'll be Carson Gay's third. Now just 8 seconds left, but we're in the bonus now as Custard will return to the line where he's 1 for 1, had an old-fashioned three-point play back in the second quarter. Has a nice line tonight, 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Phillies play the Lady Devils of Robertson County after this game is over. Free throw by Custard is off the mark, no good, but almost getting to the rebound was Wilson, but he let it roll between his legs and out of bounds. So 5 seconds left for Robertson. They'll have to go the length of the floor, however. Pulaski inbounds the ball to Becker, stolen by Custard. Gets it to Carpenter. A three at the buzzer is good. And that is the way that the third quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 57, Robertson County 25. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop as we get in the fourth quarter. Harrison leading 57-25. Remember, once we get to 35, the continuous clock will start. Garrett Wilson, a floater in the lane, is good. Garrett with 5 points on the night. Puts his team up 59-25. Opening moments of the fourth quarter is a pass down low to Bussell, and Bussell lays it in. 4 points for Noah Bussell. Makes it 59-27. 7:27 on the clock. Wilson to Carpenter for three. Good! Give the assist that time to Wilson. Carpenter buries his second tray of the night. Harrison County's now lead at 62-27. Now a pass down at the other end goes beyond the intended receiver, but there's also a foul called on Biddle.
Becker made a basket. Becker made a basket.
Becker made basket. Okay, so chance for the three-point play.
Biddle.
62-29. Becker is 6 for 9 from the line tonight. Free throws on the way in good. Give him 18 points and make the score 62-30. In the front court with the basketball, quickly comes Carpenter to Custer. To Biddle, who lays it up but misses it. Carpenter there for the putback, no good. Gets his own rebound again, no good. Carpenter again goes up, no good. Come on, Clay. Trying to pad your stats on your offensive rebounding. Now the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Robertson County Black Devils. Smiley and Furnish return to the game for Harrison. Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. From his own baseline, Hinton will trigger the inbounds pass. Hinton looking, lobs the ball in the corner to Custard, up top to Wilson. Wilson to the right side to Hinton, fires a three, good! And rainmaker that time by Braylon Hinton. He has 13 points on the night now as the lead grows to 65-30. Now a steal by the Breads. 6.5 minutes left to go. Here's a shot down low, good by Furnish. Will with 5 points. Puts his team up 67-30. In the front court, Becker fires it to the far side to Gay for a three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Smiley goes and gets the rebound for the Breads. Smiley double team in the backcourt looking for help, and now he's going to be tied up by Gay. Possession arrow will keep the ball in the hands of Robertson County. Clock continues to run. 67-30, Harrison lead. Inbounds pass will come to Boyd. Thought about the three, but Will's too tall. Now puts one up. Will still blocks it, and Custard goes and gets the rebound. First block of the night for Will. Here's a three by Hinton. A little too long this time, but Smiley gets the rebound. His putback is no good, but he's fouled. And Mason will go to the line for a couple of free tries. Foul's going to be called on Bussell. It'll be Bussell's first. Smiley's first trip to the line tonight on the year. He is 7 of 8. That's an 88% free throw percentage. First free throw by the sophomore is on the way and off the front of the rim, no good. And the entire Smiley contingent goes, come on, Mason. Second free throw upcoming for number 3. It's on the way and off the front of the rim again. Becker goes in and gets the rebound. He has 7 now. In the front court on the right side, Gay fakes the three, goes down to the baseline, kicks it back to Bussell, to Boyd, out top to Becker. Becker, between the legs dribble, goes to the top of the key. And now will cross over his dribble into the paint, splits the defense, and loses control of the basketball. Brings it back down, but as he does, he's standing on the end line. So Harrison will get the ball on the turnover. If you've been thinking about a farm or machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Facing full court pressure, Hinton gets the ball inbounds to Wilson. Garrett takes a dribble, gets it to Smiley in the front court to Custard. Custard 2-on-1, dishes it off to Furnish. Furnish's shot's no good, but a foul's going to be called on Becker. That'll be Justin Becker's third. Furnish 0 for 3 from the line. Make that 1 for 4, 1 for 4. All 4 attempts coming in the first quarter. Has 5 points, which is right at his season's average. Clock nearing the 4-minute mark as we wait for the Robertson County Black Devils to get set on the free throw line. Or on the lane, anyway.
Friends Dan Tack and Cynthia Tire have been serving the auto needs of Cynthia and the surrounding areas since 1977.
Okay, I have no idea. Timeout has been called by Robertson County. They trail 69-30 with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left on the clock. Harrison County looks as though they're well on their way to improving on the year to 11-6 overall, 2-0 in district play, while Robertson will drop to 8-10. Their district record will go to 2-1. These two teams will meet again in a couple of weeks. In fact, 2 weeks from tonight, when we'll have another boy-girl doubleheader in Mount Olivet. Of course, we've still got another half of this doubleheader to go as the Phillies will take on the Lady Devils after this game is over, probably about a half an hour in between games or something such as that. Alrighty, out of the timeout. Inbounding the ball will be Pulaski from his own baseline. Gets it in the corner to Boyd, on the wing to Becker. Becker steps inside the arc, goes baseline, covered up by Harris. Harris has done a great job of guarding Becker tonight. In the paint, Boyd, a 14-footer, partially blocked, and Hinton comes down with the rebound. Hinton in the front court. A floater from the left side from about 10 feet away is no good. And Becker rips down the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Harris. It's his third. With the next foul by Harrison County, both teams will be in the bonus. If we get that far, 3:20 left with a continuous clock. 69-30, Harrison up. Harrison scored the first 9 points of the game and have never looked back. Here's a steal by Hinton. Braylon goes up and lays it.
Over time, and as a result, your balances of stocks and bonds can shift. Hi, I'm Mark Troxel, your Cynthiana Edward Jones financial advisor. If your portfolio is out of balance, you may be taking more risk than you realize. Learn more by asking for our new report, Maintain Your Balance. Call 859-234-0368. That's 234-0368.
Alrighty, once again, apologize for the technical difficulties. Here's a shot inside by Harris that's no good. Becker comes down with his 9th rebound, now a board away from another double-double, which would be his 11th in a row. Becker goes to the basket, his shot blocked from behind by Harris, but they're going to say that Richard got, another guy's going to call a foul on Furnish. He got a little too much of the body. His second. Coming in the game for the first time for Robertson, Devin Craig, a 6-foot sophomore.
My son Harold and I started at Lumberyard in 1908. I was still building churches and bridges and the courthouse wings while Harold was looking after the lumberyard and the quarry. It's always been a family business, you know. 1950, my grandson Robert and grandson-in-law Theodore took
You there?
over. They were my grand.
The Hilltop, Harrison County leading 73-38. 52 seconds are left. Just had a hard foul as Corbin Gilkey went down hard, but he's back up again, and Garrett Wilson will come in for him. And Garrett will also shoot the free throws. Wilson making his first attempts of the night on the year. He is 8 of 11. That's 73%. Remember, we got Phillies basketball, hopefully, after this, as they'll take on the Robertson County Lady Devils. Wilson's first free throw is going to bounce off, no good. So the score remains 73-38.
Our foul shooting is really suffering tonight.
Yes, big time. Second free throw is going to be good. Well, remember, we were 6 out of 12 over at Bracken County the other night. Which ain't too keen.
No, we might be better than that, percentage-wise.
74-38. That's why I messed that up. Foul's going to be called on Wilson. Oh, good. Well, not good. It's on JD. It's just that if it had been on Garrett, they would have been his fifth. Yeah. So Justin Becker going to the line. He's got 24 points and 9 rebounds. He's going to miss his double-double, although they may find another rebound for him. First free throw by number 4 is up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Kendall.
Did he make the first one?
I don't know. I think he must have. Now a steal by Becker goes and misses the dunk. Kendall with the rebound. 9 seconds left. Cason Wright has it. He'll dribble out the clock. And Harrison County is going to win by a final score of 74-38. Not the prettiest of wins, but it's a district win here at home, and that's the most important thing as Harrison improves to 11-6 overall, 2-0 in district play. Robertson County now 8-10, 2-1 against district opponents. We'll take a break right now and come back with our post-game show brought to you by MCTC at the Lincoln Valley campus. Go over all the scoring and stats from tonight's game, as well as have a chat with Coach Brooks. We'll also name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. But once again, I'm here on the Hilltop in the first part of this boy-girl doubleheader. The Thoroughbreds beat the Black Devils 74-38. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. 8 and 10, led by Justin Becker, 24 points, but just 9 rebounds as he misses a chance for a double-double. Also scoring for the Black Devils, Joshua Pulaski had 5, 4 for Noah Bussell, 3 for Jacob Burton, and a couple of points for Brady Boyd. Also playing but not scoring were Carson Gay and Devin Craig. For Harrison County, Reds placed 3 players in double figures, led by Braylon Hinton's 15, including 3 three-pointers. 12 points on the night, including a couple of trays for Carpenter, and 10 for Caden Custard. Also scoring for the Reds, 8 points for J.D. Kendall, 7 for Will Furnish, and then 6 each for Mason Smiley, Richard Harris, as well as Garrett Wilson. 4 points were scored as well for Blaine Biddle, also getting into the game but not scoring. Corbin Gilkey, Elijah Harris, Cliffy McElvain, and Kaysen Wright. So that's the way those numbers stack up. As far as the team stats are concerned, Harrison County was 26 of 61 from the floor. That's 42.6%, 12 of 19 from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, Robertson County didn't shoot all that badly. Well, I guess, yes, they did. 14 of 45, 31%. They attempted 10 trays and missed all of them. Harrison was 10 of 19 from the line. Don't like that, 52.6%. Same exact thing for Robertson County, 10 for 19. Not a lot of turnovers in the game. Harrison County had 9 to 12 for the Black Devils, and Harrison County dominates the backboards, out rebounding Robertson 33 to 20. 12 offensive and 21 defensive rebounds for the Reds. We were led tonight by J.D. Kendall's 9. Meanwhile, 2 offensive and 18 defensive boards for Robertson. They were paced by Justin Becker's 9 rebounds here tonight. So get Andrew's attention here. Are you talking here? So you can use either the headsets or the mic. Andrew's going to go with the headsets. Very wise man. But, Coach, it's like night and day from what we saw against Bracken County the other night.
Yeah, night and day. We had 2 really good days of practice after the Bracken County game, and had a sneaky feeling we'd come out and play well tonight just because, you tend to play like you practice. And we were ready tonight. I thought we did a great job on Becker, making everything he got tough. So was proud of everybody tonight and good team effort.
Richard Harris, especially on Becker, just from the very first part of the game, you could tell that Becker didn't like to get bodied up.
Yeah, and credit to Richard. He went to Coach Brooks after that first day of practice. Said, I want him.
Is that right?
So he got him, and I thought he did well on him. Made everything tough, was physical, and picked him up in the right spots. And only a couple times that we lost him, once or twice. But that's to be expected. But Richard was ready for the challenge, and I thought everybody else did a good job of following the scouting report, knowing when to go help, when not to. So good team effort defensively, and you hold a team to, what was it, 38?
38, yes.
38 points. No matter who you're playing, that's a good night.
I thought that Braylon Hinton did a nice job offensively. He hadn't really been in a slump per se, but this is probably the best shooting night he's had in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and Braylon can shoot the ball. His numbers aren't what he wants or we want, but we've worked on getting game shots up the last 2 days. So hopefully that pays off for us. Mason knocked a couple down. Clay hit a couple. Yeah. So from the outside, Caden hit one from the outside. So hopefully, we keep getting those game shots in during practice. Hopefully we still see our numbers increasing.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you.
Assistant Thoroughbred basketball coach Andrew Case after Harrison County's 74-38 win over Robertson here on the Hilltop tonight. We'll take a break, come back, and name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Let's name Braylon Hinton our Judy Construction Company player of the game. Braylon, a nice game tonight off the bench. 15 points, including 3 three-pointers. He also grabbed 4 rebounds. So once again, congratulations, Braylon Hinton, our Judy Construction Company player of the game. Harrison County will get a few days off now with the Augusta game having been canceled, and will not get on the floor again until they take on St. Patrick here on the Hilltop on Tuesday night. But we've still got another game to go here as the Phillies are about to take on the Lady Devils. What we're going to do is take it back to the station for a couple of minutes to get me a chance to get my paperwork switched from the boys to the girls. But once again in our opener, your final score, Harrison County's Thoroughbreds win over the Black Devils of Robertson County 74-38. You've been listening to Harrison County Basketball on WCYN Sports.